Hey everybody, it's Bryant. I wanted to do a sharing video that had to do with JSON, just so I could demonstrate to you that I know how it works, and then also it uses a Java package to make the JSON work with the Java. So let me enlarge this. So really what I tried to do here is I wanted something that would prompt users for some information. So in this case, we have a student name, a course name, and a grade. And then I wanted to be able to convert the input of the user into strings, and then have this package that I've downloaded, the JSON package, actually convert those Java objects to JSON strings. So let me kind of walk you through what I did here. First of all, the user is prompt for all of these things here. Then this is where we actually create a new JSON object. The reason that this works inside of my code is because of this reference library right here. And so what I actually had to do was download a package called Json Simple, which was just a jar file which had to be added to this Java project. And that's why you see it here. This is the traditional libraries. And then there's a reference library with JSON Simple.jar. And so as you can see here where it says JSON object, we see JSON object. And that's why I don't get an error here, because it actually is able, I had to reference it, but that's why it sees what that is and it doesn't give me an error. So after that, we wanted to create a JSON array and store the Java class object in that array. Let's see here, which is this next part here. Again, we're referencing back to this, this jar file with the JSON object method. And then so this is where we create a new JSON object. And then we wanted to add an array to the root object. Let's see here. My next part right here where we actually add that. And then we use another method called toJSONString to actually string that and take that Java object and turn it into a JSON string. I know, especially to the students that watch this, that it sounds really complicated, but it's actually really simple, and it's mainly simple because of this reference library. And so one of the biggest things this has taught me by doing this is the importance of using libraries. There's no reason to do extra work when it's already been done, and if the library is available and open source, then we might as well use it. So let me run this for you. Let's see here. I guess I should click on the right thing. Okay, so as you can see down here, we enter a student name. The name is Bryant. The course name to Java. And then grade 95. Why not? That sounds like a good grade. Okay, so what this was supposed to do was to convert those Java objects into a JSON string and then output that right here. And as you can see, we now have a string. Now, this was interesting because that's not traditionally how a JSON string looks. So we can actually copy this and validate and make sure that that serialization was done correctly. So let's shrink this down. There's a website called JSONlint. It's a validator. It's just like in any kind of, like an HTML or a CSS validator. Print that in there, hit validate, and then it kind of converts it into the more traditional style that you would see if you were actually writing the JSON. But that tells us that we did it correctly. So just to kind of reiterate, this was an important project because it didn't teach me as much how to write JSON, but I had done a sharing video previous to this one where I already discussed that, but I didn't feel like it was necessary to go over that again. I really wanted to see the process that it would take to make an object in Java, put that into an array, and then have JSON serialization take place to actually input that and put that into a string, and then be able to get an output from the terminal or from the console and then validate it, which it seemed to have worked just fine. I would, if needed, I could definitely add on to this and make this more complex. But at this point, I think I learned the most important principles of it. One of which, definitely being referencing certain libraries and things like that. So that's about the end of that one. I'm going to do another video here shortly that has to do with something else. But thank you for watching. I will shut this off.